far as deliverables for this assignment, there's two things I want to see. I want to see this, the swing arm, whatever yours looks like, with bearing mounting plates, bushings, all the pieces that make up the swing arm subassembly. I want you to put that on a drawing sheet. Ooh, that's ugly ISO there. There we go. So I can squeeze all this on there, yeah. So something, that's easy to see what's going on. And then I want some dimensions on this. Probably want to do center line so you can dimension to those. So again, some basic dimensions like how wide is this? Oops. How wide is this? How long is this? I keep. Okay, there we go. It is a subassembly. I don't need every single dimension on there, but I do want to see some basic dimensions like that. Oops, let's put a center mark on there. Right, some basic overall dimensions, width, length, those kinds of things, so I can see what your geometry looks like. Okay, there'll be that, and then also for the whole thing, take that. I don't know what that's about. Put that on a drawing sheet. Try to find something that makes the most sense. Let's see, bigger scale would help. And same thing, I want to see some basic dimensions. Like I want to see what kind of clearances do you have here. Remember, I was using 3/8 for a lot of stuff because it's a good general kind of clearance, but it's not the only one. I just want to make sure you got space for everything. Now, this room here might be, I might have a little too much space, so I might tuck that in a little more when I try to finalize my design. Oops, I should have put one on there while I was there. Oop, not a center mark. Again, I don't need everything dimensioned here. I'm looking for like clearances, any place you might have some kind of a conflict. I want to see what those numbers look like. Now I'm looking for space, but I don't want to see, like you shouldn't have inches. This thing's gonna be way too wide. Like that's 3/16. That's okay though. I don't want to see 2 inches there and 2 inches there. If you stack all this up, this thing would be 14 inches wide. It's gonna look silly. So that's part of the design, is try to make it look appropriate here. So just, some dimensions like that so I can see what's happening on those things. Now remember, this design is not the same as yours. This vehicle is much smaller, so your numbers shouldn't look like that. Should try to spell that right. Okay. Oh, I didn't put my name in those. Make sure you put your name in the title block, please. I know sometimes people turn in drawings with just their initials on it. Make sure you put your name on there. Okay, so those 2 drawings is what I want to see. Ortho with an ISO so I can see what the swing arm looks like. And then orthos and ISO of the sub-assembly. And then the next phase is we're going to work on the jack shaft and then the frame to connect this to. So all this is, potentially could be changed in dimension, but at least we have a really good start. I'm pretty happy if you have something that's, that looks viable at this point. I know it may not be perfect. That's just part of the process.